Hey guys, Helen Hart Smith here from the Heart of the Witch's Path YouTube channel, and I am with
Kathy,
the lovely as always. So we decided that we would do you one more top 10 today.
She's telling, look at her outfit.
Look at her outfits. We like to do 2 or 3, maybe 4 in a day.
Because they're quick and they come out.
Right, and then we have lots to share with y'all in case we can't get together.
Because it's going to be a couple of weeks before we
can get together again. So we thought we would do a quick top 10 list on. Are you ready for it? The top 10 popular pantheons.
Now, this might not actually be the top 10 popular pantheons, but this is with the 10 that we came up with very quickly.
Right.
And they're not in any particular order.
Right, as always.
You might have something else that you would like to see on this list, and if so, please comment below.
And maybe we'll have an honorable mention or two, just because that first video of the day was a little sketchy, so we might give you a couple more.
Come on, we came up with the 10.
We came up with the 10, but man, if you made it through that one a few weeks ago that you saw... we might do you a couple extra, okay?
So, and if we come up with 10 additional pantheons, we'll do another one of these with those 10 pantheons. So if you can think of another one, comment below.
There we go. All right, so let's give a little kind of a heads up warning that there are certain pantheons that are really linked with others.
Right.
So we kind of put them. We kind of put some together just because of mythology and geographical area being, close, similar, overlapping, that sometimes when you get into the myths, they're very similar. Kind of very muddled and
sometimes
together.
They just change a name, or one society kind of takes on another one's mythology. So
right. So that's why we wanted to put some things together. All right. So, and that kind of, some of the smaller ones kind of get enfolded in with a larger one. Sure. So, do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
I started last time.
Oh, see, she keeps track. I just go. All right. So the first pantheon that we wanted to talk about was the Greco and Roman.
Right.
And that's just really a matter of the Romans taking the Greek pantheon and just renaming them. Yeah. And basically, it's the same thing. Zeus is Jupiter. Hera is Juno.
Right.
So Ares. What is it? Ares and Mars. I'm going to stop there before I get anything wrong.
Right.
So, though, very, very, very similar, very the same, the stories and stuff like that.
Not identical, but very similar. Close enough as to make not a difference for us.
Exactly. Sorry.
Okay. So the second one is also a very broad category, and we're labeling it all under Celtic, but it's also the Welsh, the Irish, the Scottish, the Britons. The Celts were also in parts of Europe, so some of that includes the French
and Gaul.
Right? So the Celtic,
that Celtic pantheon covers a large area of land and a lot of peoples and such.
Right.
So, number 3 for us is the Norse / Teutonic. The gods of the Norse mythology actually started off, a lot of them, as with the Teutonic people that lived earlier than the Norse did. And so a lot of those Teutonic gods and goddesses traveled into the Norse pantheon and either were renamed or names were revariated, if that's a word.
Right. Slightly changed.
So like Woden was the all-father god for the Teutonic people, and for the Norse people, it became Odin. And so they're very similar. They both used the runes, both in the same geographical area in Scandinavia. So we wanted to link those together.
Right. So the next one is the Slavic pantheon. And where are the Slavic pantheons from?
Slavic is Eastern European, so a lot of Russian, a lot of Hungarian, Polish, a lot of those things kind of rolled into one kind of general Slavic name. Right. So that's the Slavic pantheon. Why don't you just do the next one, because it's your fave?
Well,
or amongst your
amongst
fave?
my faves. So the next one would be the Egyptians, and of course we know there's a rich pantheon of gods and goddesses.
And that's, I think we're lucky that, their monuments were done in stone, so it lasted throughout the years. And
a lot of this stuff wasn't found even until a lot of it hasn't been found yet.
Right. There's
the
still a lot of
graves and
things.
such.
Right. So there's an easy way in which to learn about them.
Right.
So that's kind of cool. So
Yep.
We also came up number 6 is Sumerian. And Sumerian is pretty much like that Persian area. I think that isn't like Marduk part of that Sumerian?
Seems like.
Or is that Babylonian?
Oh, I think he's Babylonian.
I think he might be Babylonian.
No, he might be Sumerian. It's been a while.
I think they're very close to the same.
I think they're closely linked, although from what I've seen, Assyro-Babylonian is separate from Sumerian, but it's kind of the same area, so a lot of it can be similar.
I mean, I know the names, but I haven't done a whole lot of studying. So if someone could clear that up for us and let us know down below, that would be super helpful. Thank you.
Then we have the Polynesian Hawaiian, and that's that area of the globe with all those islands. They had trading and intermingling throughout that area.
And if you have children, you might know about a certain Disney movie that's coming out soon called Moana. And there is a character that is a Polynesian deity that will be a part of that. I'm looking forward to Moana myself, because it looks really cute.
Right?
Yeah, and I like the little baby Moana. You know what she says? She says, bye-bye-bye. Oh, it's so cute. Anyhow.
This is our third one today. People, we're a little tired. Plus, we recorded a podcast earlier, so.
We are making content for you. The next pantheon would be the Hindu pantheon. Another very rich.
Right.
I am super impressed with the Hindu pantheon, and the level of history that comes out of that region of the world, because there are families that they can trace their family back. Like their ability to do their genealogy is insane and accurate. And I'm impressed with the deities that come from that pantheon. Ganesha is a super helpful deity, and you've got some super harsh stuff that's going on there too. I really enjoy learning more about that pantheon. So that might be one that I
pick for your
take some deeper look at. So.
And our number 9 is Japanese. Now, I don't know very much about the Japanese pantheon, but I know that it's pretty well documented.
I've tried to look at some mythology and stuff like that. The one thing that stands out for me is that the Japanese pantheon is one that in a lot of pantheons you'll see that the sun deity is male and the moon deity is female, but the Japanese pantheon is a flip. So the god is the moon deity and female is the sun deity. So that's like, and there's the really cool creation myth as far as like the creation of Japan and stuff like that. It's all linked with that moon and sun deity. So yeah, it's really interesting. So
okay.
And then our final number 10 for this list, we really just
this one.
We mashed a whole lot of stuff together. So
and now we're gonna throw it at you.
Boom. Inca, Aztec, Mayan. Now, this is probably, of this list, yeah, I think I can safely say that these are pantheons that I know nothing about.
I know a little bit.
Yeah, I know you've done a little bit of looking. I think that I think it would be interesting to learn more about them. And I've got hopefully years left.
And they are Central and South America. Some into Mexico too, so I guess that's North America. And they were different time periods, and I really don't know how much they intermeshed like the Greeks and Romans did. But they're definitely out there. It's difficult to find information about them because a lot of the information on those cultures were burned when Columbus and his people came over.
Right. And I know that because I've looked at like from like a society standpoint of those regions, I know that city development and stuff like that was really advanced at the time of contact with Europeans. And so that's intriguing. The road systems, the political systems.
Right.
I know a little bit about those types of things, but the actual deities themselves, I don't. And I think I'm a little intimidated about the Pantheon because I have no concept how to pronounce some of them.
Yeah, that's kind of difficult. The
Because I've
pronunciation
seen
is a challenge.
Right, I've seen the names. So if someone has a
link,
resource that would be a good opener to learn about the Mayans or the Aztecs or the Incan gods, I would be super
Make sure you comment.
impressed. Yeah, let us know because we're always in the market to know more.
Right.
So
because knowledge is power.
that's right. So that is our top 10 popular pantheons. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you come back time and time again.
If you learned something, please give us a like.
And if you have a comment, please leave it below.
Right.
I try to keep right on top of things and respond back. And every comment is appreciated and loved and shared with her because when we get a comment, I look at it and I tell her about it. So
remember that we also do a podcast that is available on YouTube, iTunes, PodOmatic, or
Podcast Addict. Ooh, we got it.
We got it.
All right.
Okay.
So thanks for taking a walk with us for a little while along the path. And until next time, blessed be.